Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, let's talk about Zorro House. Zorro House was one of Jeffrey Epstein's houses, and there's lots of terrible, terrible rumors there that that was a baby mill. That's where all the pregnant girls lived and babies were born, and we don't want to go into discussion what the babies were used for. Um, just horrific, horrific things. Never has been really declared or investigated or whatever. But the Zorro House is in Albuquerque. And I remember doing Gene Hackman's reading, not an auto writing, but a reading with, what was the real cause of death. It still seems really suspect to me. They said, oh, she had hantavirus flu, and then she died, and he had Alzheimer's, so he basically starved to death. And the card said they saw something. And the card, I remember it saying something about they saw something at a house that they shouldn't have seen, and then they were taken out. Is there a connection between the Gene Hackman death and Zorro House? Because Gene Hackman lived in Albuquerque as well. Is there a connection? Is that the house that they saw something? So I have the haunted house. Ooh, 7 of Cups. And a bit of an illusion, confusion. Maybe they were confused what they saw there. Well, this is too many. So, is there a connection between Gene Hackman and his wife's death and Zorro House? So we're going to just do a basic 7-card reading, upright positive, reversals negative. And if the answer is no, then we'll leave it at that. If the answer is yes, then we'll do a little bit more digging, okay? Is there a connection between Zorro House in Albuquerque, Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch, and they're actually searching it for bodies of girls. Yeah, like it's a legit rumor. A lot of people said they remember seeing lots of pregnant young girls, but they don't remember ever seeing the babies. So what was going on? Is there a connection between Zorro Ranch, Jeffrey Epstein's Zorro Ranch, and the Gene Hackman and his wife, their death? Ooh. Page of Cups. Surprising news. So upright positive, reversals negative. Simple yes, no. Ooh. Lovers. Hanged Man. Now we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. The Empress in reverse. Ace of Swords upright. King of Swords. That's Jeffrey Epstein. And the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting, that card has bugs on it, and their house was absolutely filthy. All right, so what do we have here? Lovers, look at young people. Somebody watching, somebody filming. That's all Jeffrey Epstein stuff. The Hanged Man. Now you're stuck. I'm blackmailing you. You're Ace of Swords, yes. King of Swords, Jeffrey Epstein as a Aquarius. We have 4. We have yes. Interesting, we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse, as I was saying. And look at the bugs. And that house was absolutely filthy. You'd think with all his money that his children would have hired housekeep, like, Dad, you need a housekeeper here. Or if he has Alzheimer's, have people come in and clean the house. I mean, it was like filthy. It was hoarding filthy, like crap everywhere. And no one, and people said, oh yeah, there was feces everywhere, and that's how you get hantavirus, from mice feces. So isn't that convenient? I'm going to say yes, they saw something about the pregnancies. That's the pregnancy card. Look at her hand on it, and it's in reverse. I'm going to say yes, they saw something, absolutely did see something. I'm going to say they might have even been invited at one point to a party there. As we know, Jeffrey Epstein had tons of parties, and he loved to invite movie stars. And I'm not saying that Gene Hackman had anything to do with Jeffrey Epstein whatsoever, but perhaps there was another, actor that he hung out with. We have to remember this is 2005. I know they said Gene Hackman had Alzheimer's, but 20 years ago he didn't. So perhaps, a friend is in town. Oh, I'm going to this party at this Jeffrey Epstein's guy's house, and so will be there. Why don't you come along? And perhaps they saw something they shouldn't have. And perhaps they knew all the files were going to be released. And we have to get rid of people who saw things, especially things around pregnancies. Mothers who give birth but aren't mothers. Babies are taken. Apparently that's the rumor. And apparently the rumor is a lot of the girls, if they couldn't breed anymore, they were disposed of. Look at that, and there's the bodies. There's the hidden bodies. They're going to find bodies there. So the answer is yes. The cards were right. The card said they saw something. They saw something. And I think it was she was the one who saw something. I can't remember exactly. Wasn't it something like she saw something out walking the dogs or something? I can't remember. I should have reviewed it before. All I remember is that they saw something at a house, and then when I saw this Zorro house thing, I thought, I wonder if there's a connection. The cards are saying yes, there's a small connection. So now let's ask, were the deaths natural, meaning by disease, by aging? Were the deaths a natural timeline? There's a good way to put it. Hey, that'll get through the YouTube censors. Were the deaths of natural aging of Gene Hackman and his wife? Ace of Cups. The Moon in reverse. Knight of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Six of Cups in reverse. The Fool. No, they were not. They were not. Here's the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's attack. Here's the Moon in reverse. The truth exposed. I'm going to say here's the Queen of Pentacles. It all had to do with the wife. What she saw. If you look at this card, she's looking away going, no, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. It's in reverse. Six of Cups, something they saw deep in the past, like I said, 20 years ago. The Fool, again, look at, it's more the wife. And then the Eight of Swords being released from a situation. And look at, we have another moon. Look at, we have three moons. What was the question again? Did they die their natural lifetime? No, they did not. They were somebody. Also, Knight of Swords can be something by needle. right? Poisoning by needle. So perhaps that was the plan. Poison her, she dies, and then they knew he was ill. It looks like it was all about her. So she was still quite lucid, right? She didn't have dementia or anything. So they had to keep her quiet, and then knew he would just eventually peter out, not having his medication or food. Or it was sad, like really terrible death when you think about it. She may have even tried to run away from these guys. Well, but here he is, right here. Knight of Swords, the attack. In the dark. There's the moon. Look at moon, 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 moon. Attack in the dark. I'm going to say they were after her. I mean, they could have given him something just to speed it up a bit, but they were after her. Look at her looking away. This is the wife card. Look at her looking away. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Leave me alone. There is a connection between Zorro Ranch and the Hackman deaths. My cards, this is the second time my cards have told me there is a connection. So now let's ask, will they reopen the case? Will that ever be solved? Will that be a cold case forever, or not even a cold case? Will anybody ever put two and two together? Will anybody ever put two and two together? Upright positive, reversals negative. Oh, we don't need that one. Six of Cups in reverse. King of Cups upright. Two of Wands. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Wands in reverse. Oh, there's the Fool card in the exact same position. And the Sun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you know, there's the Emperor in reverse. That would be, you know what? Somebody might be looking into it. Somebody might be putting two and two together quietly. This is Two of Wands. Quietly in the background, asking questions. I don't think the police are. I think somebody else, somebody who really cares about them. I know he had a son, did he not? Somebody who was really caring about them, or perhaps a doctor who perhaps questioned the narrative. Because again, it goes all back to her hantavirus. I think somebody might be looking into that and just wondering, will it come to light though? I don't know. Not with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. If that was upright, I would say somebody's working at it and they're going to expose it, especially with the Emperor in reverse here. I think that information will be memory hold. I think it'll be bullied down. Somebody's looking into her death. Maybe it's his son and wondering what the hell happened. Gene Hackman had 2 daughters and a son. And he, for the most part, kept them out of the eye of Hollywood. I think he is. I think he's secretly looking at it. I think he might have some secret information. Whether he comes forward with it or not is another story. It might just be for his own, to release some burdens himself. Maybe he doesn't believe the true story of how his father passed away and what really went on. I don't think he liked his stepmother. But he wants to know the truth, definitely. But it'll be memory hold. Anyways, That's what the cards say. There is a connection. I really don't want to dive into Zorro Ranch. I think it's really horrific, guys. I really do. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. Oh, I just saw something. You know what? I think the wife may have, because this is the sun card, and the sun is birth. The wife may have mentioned something about the births that went on in that house. And he might have dismissed her. She might have unburdened what she knew about the births in that house. And he might have dismissed her. And maybe now he's remembering what she said. That just showed up. Thanks for watching. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.